Hello, hello, everybody. Hello. Happy new week. Happy Monday. This is your girl, Abigail Mensah-Bonsu, here to give you the weekly Goddess Energy Forecast. So let's go ahead and begin. We had a very interesting, exciting weekend, didn't we? Started out with the 8-8 Lionsgate opening, or actually reaching its peak on Saturday, which is August 8th. And the portal has been open for a while, by the way. Just on the 8th is when it was at its highest, the frequency coming through. I mean, it was like wide open. A lot more downloads were coming through. A lot more light was being encoded within our bodies. Our DNAs were being activated. So a lot of people really felt it. If they didn't feel it before, they definitely felt it. There's a lot of, if you were experiencing headaches, if you were experiencing fatigue, if you're experiencing anxiety, irritation, it could be because of how much light was coming through. And usually when that happens, it's your body's way of telling you to slow down and ground your energy, connect to Mother Earth. And also pay attention to your body, listen to your body. What do you need in order to feel better? Do you need to nap? Do you need to stay hydrated, which is very important. Every time you're receiving that much amount of light, you need to make sure that you're hydrated. It will help ease some of that discomfort. But the thing about this light, and the portal will be open until probably like the 26th of August. But we will feel the intensity. So we felt it on 8-8. We'll feel it again on the 17th, which 1 plus 7, equals 8. So we have another 8-8 there. And then the next one will be the 26th. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So another 8-8 there. So the next coming ones that you will feel this intensity again, it will be the 17th and the 26th. Which we have another 8-8 coming up. So, but the portal is open until, I believe it's the 26th, 27th. And yeah, so we're still in this amazing portal where we are being awakened to our highest potential. Now, what I want to talk about is specifically, because a lot of people, when they hear, oh, we're receiving the light and the love of the divine, they tend to forget the other side of it. What happens when you shine a light into a dark room that you don't really visit? What happens? All of a sudden, you can see into the room. You can see everything that you want to see and you don't want to see. That's kind of like the thing that is happening right now, right? So we're receiving this influx of light, high frequency, codes of light, activating our DNAs. And all of a sudden, we're being faced with, is this really who you are? Is this really who you are? And if the answer is no, which I'm getting, most people will say no, because most of who we've created ourselves to be has nothing to do with who we really are, with our highest potential, with our highest self. Most of the tools that we use to create ourselves was what society told us we should be, what our parents told us we should be, what school told us we should be, what our friends told us we should be. They are learned things that we have used to create who we are. So what happens when that shell that we've created comes undone? Now this is what I'm talking about with this Lionsgate frequency, with the Syrian energy, Syrian frequency flowing through the Lionsgate. This is exactly what it's doing. There's an unraveling going on. There's a crumbling down of what is no longer you going on. And at the same time, there's an activation of who you really are, and a reveal of your highest potential also opening up for you. So look at it this way. You're removing the mask, you're removing the shell that is no longer you. And then once you remove it, you find out exactly who you are. That's the beauty of the times that we're in. I feel like in the past times, you would have had to, remove the shell and then rinse off and then start to build on knowing who you are. We've reached a time where because of all the work we've done in the past years, we've done a lot of karmic release and a lot of polishing of the diamond. The diamond has been revealed within us, and this year is really about pushing it into the forefront. And so as we remove the last bits of this is not who I am, the diamond can finally come to the front and shine. And then you get to know yourself in a whole new light. So that's kind of like the energy that we're working with this Lionsgate portal, and is very, very high this week. And so one thing I want to say, take care of yourself, be gentle with yourself, be slow down and nourish yourself and hydrate yourself and take naps if need be and move your body if need be, whatever your body needs. Here's the thing, your body's the key here. Usually when you hear people talking about receiving high frequency light, receiving DNA activations, in the past has been like, oh, it's a spiritual thing, which means that my spiritual body takes care of that. This time that we're in, as we are, through waves moving into the 5D, more and more into the fifth dimensional timeline, right? That part of us, that like our physical body is coming with us. We're being taught that we cannot experience the high frequency without our physical body. So this light frequency codes that we're receiving from the Lion's Gate, guess who's receiving it? Yeah, your physical body. Because your spiritual body already has it. Your spiritual body already got it down, right? Your physical body is being uplifted. That's why it feels intense. Usually it will just be your spiritual body receiving it, and then, kind of like trickling down into your physical body over, a long amount of time. And that is if you even accept it or not. This time it feels intense because it is literally being poured. It's coming through our physical sun. And as you receive the rays, and that's why it's important, if you can spend some time in the sun, like the morning sun or sunset, that's where the codes are coming in very strongly. At noon too, like high noon too. Where you can really receive the codes. And so if you can sit in the sun and just kind of breathe in those sun rays, you're receiving more of those light codes, but you're doing it with your physical body, right? That's the key here. Your physical body is so important at this time. Every high frequency that we receive from now on is not just physical. I mean, it's not just spiritual, it's your physical body receiving it. So we're going to be feeling it on all levels. We're gonna see the evidence of what we just received, right? Which is beautiful. We can no longer say, oh, that's woo-woo. We can no longer say, oh, that's all the energy stuff. You can't really see. It's not tangible, right? Well, the non-physical is merging with the physical, which is what we want. Our spirituality is finally merging with our physicality, which is what it should have been in the first place before we divided those two. One cannot operate properly without the other. I mean, look around you, people who you see as purely spiritual. What happens when they detach from your physicality? They just look like they're always flying. They're non-grounded. They cannot really connect physically with people. It's just hard for them to live as a human being, to be in their physical body, right? And then the other side, people who are just physical, who are just here, physical reality, only trust the tangible stuff. What happens? They tend to feel heavy, weighted down. They tend to get stuck easily, and then losing hope that they might not get out because they're disconnected from the thing that lifts them up, the thing that brings them hope, the thing that gives them the wings to fly and feel lighter. Now, somehow, okay, down the road, humanity decided to separate those two, which created a huge, what word am I looking for? Disadvantage for humanity. But the great thing is that the time that we're in, those two are merging together again. Everything that we're working on, everything that's coming up, it's the merging of those two so that you can learn who you finally are as a multidimensional being. here as a human being. There's no separation. And more you begin to see people who are balanced in those two, who are operating from a higher level and yet very grounded. It's such a beautiful balance. So more and more of that will be coming up, and that will be arising within you. If you're not already balanced, anywhere that is there's an imbalance, it will start showing up in your life. And when it does, when these challenges show up, I want you to take it as an invitation to clear it, to switch it, to change it, to heal it, to release it, whatever it is that you need to do. It is a great advantage because we can only change the things that we can see. We can only release the things that we are aware of. Now, some things that are not ours in the first place, we can release that, right? Without even being aware of, we can just work with the higher self to do that. But the things that are part of our human journey, our own journey, it's kind of hard to release it when you don't know what it is you're releasing, right? So this week's energy is just wrapped up in that Lionsgate energy, high frequency, Syrian light pouring through, light codes coming in. The other part of this coming in, and that's something that I've been awakened to, where if you are here to use light language or light codes or light symbols as part of your healing work, as part of your work, your service to humanity, and you haven't done that yet, it's going to be activated with this gateway. So you might start speaking light language. You might start singing light language. You might start drawing light codes if you haven't already yet, right? Like for me, I've always drew light codes, but I had no clue what they were at the beginning until now, right? And then now what is awakening within me is like I have this urge to speak it, but I have no idea. It's so interesting. You know, like when I listen to people speak like light languages, it brings me to tears. Like I feel it deep in my heart. Like it's ready to just burst forth. And so I'm just surrendering to that process. There'll be a time that it will be ready to come out. And when it is ready, I will be ready. It's preparing me. So the same might be happening to you where you're being prepared to begin to infuse that into your service to humanity. I think it's such a powerful tool, you know, especially when we're able to take that high frequency light language or light code and bring it into the physical realm and actually use that to help people, to push people forward, to lift people up, to empower people is so powerful because it's physical, right? When I draw a physical light code, you can actually see the physical structure. And when you see it, you take it in through your senses and it goes within your body and activates you. When I sing it, it uses the vibration of my voice, it uses the vibration of sound to enter into your cells to activate you, right? It's so powerful. So those of you who are getting activated in this way, you are in for a ride. Yeah, there's another thing that was coming in. I talked about this a little bit in my post on Facebook and Instagram. If you have a life path 8, so this is numerology. If you like to find out what life path you are, you can go to creativenumerology.com and you can calculate all your numbers. You can get all your numbers. So life path 8 is a life path where you are here to learn the balance between money, wealth, and power. How you can use something that has literally caused havoc on humanity to actually empower humanity. And so a lot of people on this life path, which I am a life path 8, a lot of people on this life path have had a lot of experience around, like there's a huge focus on money, being wealthy, being rich. And, you know, usually you start out as not having any at all, or maybe you did and then you lost it and then you had it again and you lost it. It's like, we go through this initiation of learning really the powers of having money and the powers of having power in general, you know, the good part and the bad part, and then learning how to walk that middle path, to use that to serve humanity. So if you're life path 8, you're being activated at this time, more in the sense of clarity, gaining clarity. But what I'm getting is specifically because we cannot do our work without the support, like having that money. Like one of the things I shared was a huge programming that I had that was holding me back, that I was actually afraid of having lots of money and being successful because of, what other people might, the evil eyes that I might get, or like like all of that fears around it. But that was programmed into me by other people around me. And that's one thing that came in, and I was like, wow, I did not realize how deep this dug into me. And so that's one of the things that I was able to work on removing with my higher self, which is, so I'm so grateful for that. And so for you, the challenges or the blocks that might have held you back from really stepping fully into your life path 8 of wealth and power and balance and in service to humanity, right? They will start to show up so that you can clear it. So make sure you're working with your higher self here, okay? Make sure this is the time to work with your higher self, because all these stuff will start popping up and you just ask your higher self and the divine, help me clear this. Help me clear this money block. This is a great time, by the way, to work on any money blocks that you might have, any poverty consciousness, any limitations when it comes to money stuff. 8 really amplifies our connection to material stuff. So a great time to really release those limiting beliefs and programmings that really limit you from living that life of freedom, right? So that's the other thing I wanted to share. Yeah. So all in all, this is a very powerful week. So continue to take care of yourself. Continue to stay hydrated. Take plenty of naps if you need to. Move your body if you need to. What's the other one? Ground yourself. Okay. Make sure you ground yourself. Connect to Mother Earth and really feel held by her. Connect to your body and listen to its wisdom. Whatever it is that it tells you it needs, make sure you provide it for your body, because your body is integrating all that high frequency pouring through. You're receiving it on the physical level, and your body needs as much support as it can receive this time. If you take care of your body, remember, your body will take care of you, so that you can have the best human experience you can have in this lifetime. So your body is a priority. Take care of your body. So let's go ahead and move into our messages for the week. So we're going to start out with the goddess who is coming in to mentor all of us this week, which I'm really excited to introduce her. I'm not familiar with her, but it's really cool because I feel like last week we received the goddess that came through to mentor us was a Dakini, and it had to do with really stepping into that tantric power, like the divine feminine sexual power, right? And learning what that means. And this week we get another level of a Dakini. So I'm really excited to see what this message is about. And then the other tool that we're going to use, and this kind of came in this week when my son kind of threw it in my face. Threw the card deck in my face. So I knew it was time. It's a powerful card deck and it's perfect for this time that we're in. So we're going to be using the 72 names of God. So it is a card deck, but it's also a sacred path of Kabbalah. In Kabbalah, they believe that there are 72 names of God. And for me, the way it made sense, because each name contains an essence of who God is, of who the divine is. And it kind of breaks down the whole religious box that we've put around the name God, and really brings in the infinite, majestic, light being that the divine is, right? So I'm really excited to see what comes through. So if you haven't yet, Make sure you close your eyes, taking a deep breath in and out. We're going to call in your higher self and your Holy Spirit self to come in within you now. Taking a deep breath in and out. I want you to open yourself and envision, see, sense, or feel this beautiful pillar of silver light coming down, entering into the crown of your head, going through your head all the way down. And when it reaches your heart, it kind of just grounds in there or anchors in there and expands outward, creating like this beautiful silver bubble around you. I'm getting like silver gold bubble around you. Allow this pillar of silver light to continue through your body. As it goes through your body, see it expand and infuse every cell within your body, every tendon, every organ, every muscle, every nerve, every arteries, vessel. Let it just flow through your entire being. Let it continue all the way through your legs, out through your feet. Let it go into Mother Earth and anchor down into the center of the earth. I want you to really feel that anchoring, that groundedness. Feel yourself fully anchored into Mother Earth and connected to the divine above. Taking a deep breath in here and out. Bring your awareness to your heart space, where you see a threefold flame. And see yourself in the middle of the threefold flame. And there, go ahead and ask this question: which of these messages is specifically for me? 1, 2, or 3. And once you receive the number or numbers, go ahead and open your eyes, ready to receive the message. All right. So let's begin with the goddess card. So our divine feminine mentor that we're working with this week, she is called Makjik Labdron. Makjik Labdron. Look at how beautiful she is. It's powerful. I'm excited to see what message she is. Look at the card. So she is the diamond-hearted Dakini. And the card says, I see the light in my own darkness. Ooh, I'm liking this already. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. Perfect card for the time that we're in as we receive, high frequency light right now. So a little bit about who she is, because I don't even know who she is. So Machik Labdron takes the dark and transmutes it into only more light. I'm going to talk a little bit about that real quick, especially with the Lion's Gate, the Syrian energy, Syrian high frequency light pouring through as it comes through your body, and it kind of is drawn to those shadows within you. And when it goes there, it transmutes it into more light. So that's why don't be afraid to allow the light to go there. Don't be afraid when these shadow aspects of yourselves come up in the open. Remember, they come up to face light so that they can be transmuted into more light. So Tibetan Buddhists believe that Yeshi Zosgal, yeah, that's the divine feminine we got from last time, was born as Machik Labdron. So this is an incarnation of her. This is why I love this card deck. And this is the divine feminine oracle cards. I love this card deck because it not only introduces us to the ascended level of the goddess, but it also introduces us to the human part of the goddess. So we can see how that goddess lived as a human, just like us. And we can connect in that way. Because we tend to put goddesses on pedestal, and then we just forget about how they're supposed to mentor us or the whole purpose. And we just think we're supposed to worship them. And they're like, no. I'm here to teach you who you are. I'm here to teach you that whatever you see inside me is what is within you, ready to wake up, right? So I love this card deck. Anyways, Machik's mother had an auspicious dream right before giving birth. 7 dakinis poured water over her body, blessing her, purifying her, and prophetically relating that This little baby girl would also be a Dakini. As a young woman, Machik made a living by reading the Prajna Paramita Sutra, or the Heart Sutra. Oh, I love the Heart Sutra, which is the most beloved wisdom text in Mahayana Buddhism. People considered it a great blessing to have it read in their homes. After leaving a monastic order, Machik married and lived what is referred to as the red and white essence of mystical union. Fascinating. She practiced tantric union with her husband while raising a family together. Her son became one of her greatest successes. Machik developed the tantric Buddhist practice of Chod. These teachings were the first Buddhist teachings to emerge in Tibet. Chod is referred to as the cutting off ritual. A demon, according to Machik, is anything that obstructs the achievement of freedom. Ooh. A demon, according to Machik, is anything that obstructs the achievement of freedom. Demons then are ego beliefs, not scary, not hairy beast, but inner barriers that keep us from realizing the nature of reality. Ooh, that's a good one. The is it Chod or Chod? Chod practitioner visualizes the demon and then mentally cuts off parts of their own body as an offering to the demon. Machik holds a traditional Tibetan Chod drum, a damaru, in one hand. You can kind of see this. So she holds the drum in one hand and a bell, the ganta, in the other. Machik, like Yeshi, lived until she was 99. And then, according to Tibetan Buddhists, she reincarnated as Lama Sutrim Alyon. Lama Sutrim Alyon, an American Buddhist teacher. Alyon explains in her book, Feeding Your Demons, that Chod is a method for bringing our shadow into consciousness and accessing the treasures it holds rather than repressing it. This powerful, unbroken lineage of female transmission reveals to us that enlightenment is about making the darkness conscious. Enlightenment is about making the darkness conscious. So, from Machik's perspective, as an enlightened female, she knew that the difference between a god and a demon had to do with her reaction, with our reaction to them. Those who cause us pain, she explained, also teach us patience, whereas those who bring gifts can distract us from our spiritual paths. No one and no single situation has the power to derail us, that is, unless we let it. The power rests within us. The spiritual path for Machik was to become intimate with her inner demons, those thoughts or beliefs that kept her from experiencing joy, bliss, and pure love. The darkness within us isn't actually dark. I'm going to read this again because it's important. The darkness within us isn't actually dark. It often feels threatening because some aspect of our intuition knows that when we face it, we will reclaim a lost part of our soul. When we face it, we will reclaim a lost part of our soul. We will heal. We will become more whole. And that, ironically, can be terrifying. We get so used to functioning with only one wing. We wonder, how can I fly now with two? I'll go too far, too high. Who will I become now that I am free? And who will I lose in the elevation of my soul? I love this. How does this relate to you? Like, I really want to hear. I want to hear from you about this. Are you holding yourself back because you're afraid of who you really are? Because remember, this is the diamond that is coming to the forefront, shining brightly. Are you trying to cover it up out of fear? Are you afraid that you might lose people by shining your light? I'm going to read these questions again. So we get so used to functioning with only one wing. We wonder, how can I fly now with two wings? I'll go too far or too high. Who will I become now that I am free? And who will I lose in the elevation of my soul? Magic is here to support us in seeing what's really to come to consciousness. She's here with her diamond heart to hold us as we feed one of our demons, not with fear, but with the knowledge that bring it to life and into the light will set us free. So here, I wanted to talk a little bit, the diamond heart, that's the other part that is getting activated with this lion's gate. The lion represents the heart, right? The heart of God, the heart of the divine, right? So we're really activating that higher heart now. Yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to come in. So it's kind of like tying everything together beautifully. As we receive more light, our shadows are being shown, our shadows are being brought to the forefront so that we can face them and transmute them into more light, right? Don't forget that. So here's something that I want, that magic wants us to contemplate on this week. Is there an ego belief that I am ready to see and release within me? Is there an ego belief that I am ready to see and release within me? And here is the intention for us to work with this week, or a mantra, or an affirmation. I see the light in my own darkness, and I face my ego beliefs to feel free. I see the light in my own darkness, and I face my ego beliefs to feel free. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Magic. Look at this. So cool. The dakinis work with green taras. The dakinis are kind of like a form of divine feminine archangels. That's kind of like how I see them. They have like 8 wings, beautiful golden wings. They're really tall and majestic, pure light. Rarely will you see them in the air like a form. Usually I see them like the wings and then pure light as like their body, right? They're very high frequency, angelic beings in a way, right? Because they have the wings, but they roll with green Tara or the Taras in general. So it's really cool that we've had 2 weeks in a row where the dakinis came in, really amplifying that feminine power within us. Right. There's power in the feminine. We tend to think of the feminine as the go with the flow, quiet, doesn't really take initiative, and we're redefining what the divine feminine really is, that it really goes beyond that. The divine feminine is the lioness, right? Takes initiative. The divine feminine can be fiery and can also be watery. The divine feminine can be whoever she wants to be. Basically, she has the power to be whoever she wants to be without limitations, and that's where we're redefining that. So beautiful. Now let's go ahead and go to the God name. So the way I want you to work with the card or the number that came in, which is associated with the card, you will receive the God name. So this is how you can work with this card this week. You can write the God name, and now I will show the card so you can see it. Write the God name on a piece of paper and keep it in your pocket all week, or put it on your altar or somewhere that you can see it constantly. You can also say it out loud, and I will say it so you can know how to say it. You can say it like a mantra. You can meditate and repeat it in your mind's eye, or drop it into your heart, and then see it like reverberate. Like the sound of it reverberate throughout your body and your entire life, right? So you can work on it on those ways, but I really love writing it down, keeping it in your pocket or somewhere you can see constantly, and and then saying it out loud. So every time you feel like a challenge coming on, and you want clarity, you want the courage to be able to face those shadows that are coming up because you're receiving that light, and you want that courage to be able to face it so you can transmit it. You say the name of the divine God. The divine God. I love that. So if you were drawn to if you're drawn to one, the number one, your card is this. And actually, I think what I'm going to do first is show you the back. It's about letting go. So this week, you're going to be letting go of a lot of things, a lot of limiting beliefs, right? A lot of things that are not you. You're going to be shedding a lot of stuff if you haven't already yet. But the emphasis this week for you is letting go. So what are you going to be letting go? So you can see this is the God name when it's written in Hebrew. And then the name of the divine God that you're working with this week is Yud Yud Lamed. Yud Yud Lamed. Yud Yud Lamed. Yud Yud Lamed. And it says, and this is the meditation, okay? This is the meditation you can do with this card, or you should do with this card, right? I am no longer a prisoner of my past regrets, earlier traumas, pain, and suffering. I believe in miracles and a joy-filled future. I gain the courage to let go. I let go of everything, period. I'm going to read this again. So if I chose card number one, this is how I would work with it in a meditation. Or maybe, first thing, you can simply just taking a deep breath in, repeat the God name, the divine God name 3 times. So Yud Yud Lamed, Yud Yud Lamed, Yud Yud Lamed. And then say the meditation, which is, it's more like an affirmational mantra. You are affirming it into your life. I am no longer a prisoner of my past regrets, earlier traumas, pain, and suffering. I believe in miracles and a joy-filled future. I gain the courage to let go. I let go. I let go. I let go of everything, period. Ooh, that's powerful. Card number 1, right there. Yud Yud Lamed. If you're drawn to card number 2, this week is all about bridging bridges. Bridging bridges. Oh, that's funny. There we go. Building bridges. There you go. And the God name that you are working with this week is Aleph Vav Mem. Aleph Vav Mem. Aleph Vav Med. Mem. Mem. And here is the affirmational mantra that you would say with this God name, with the power of this name. So again, you would say 3 times, Aleph Vav Mem. Aleph Vav Mem. Aleph Vav Mem. With the power of this name, I extend the hand of friendship to people with whom I am in a conflict. Even if the conflict is about money, I awaken compassion and summon the courage to pick up the phone and call the person right now. And that means right now, accordingly. A bridge to the upper world will be erected on my behalf. I'm going to read this again. Aleph Vav Mem. Aleph Vav Mem. Aleph Vav Mem. With the power of this name, I extend the hand of friendship to people with whom I am in conflict, even if the conflict is about money. I love this part because remember, we're in the energy of 8, right? 8 being the infinity, which is another way you can work with this energy. 8 connecting to material, to money, right? To power. So it makes sense. I awaken compassion and summon the courage to pick up the phone and call the person right now. And that means right now. Accordingly, a bridge to the upper world will be erected on my behalf. Love that. So if you were drawn to card number 2, what will be coming up will be the people. So these are the people that are here to be in your life, but something petty is like stepping in the way, right? And so you will feel the urge to reconnect to these people. So when you do, use this name to give you the courage to reach out to them and to rebuild that bridge between them, because they're here for you. Like your energies, they're here for your highest good. So here's the thing, it will feel good when they come up in your mind to reconnect with them, to rebuild the bridges. So if someone pops into your head and all of a sudden your energy just drops, you don't feel good at all, like everything within you is saying no, 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 no. You got to let them go instead. You got to listen, okay? Because what this card is telling you, or the people that you're supposed to build the bridges with, you would know for sure. Like these are the people that continue to be in your mind. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this petty thing got in the way. I really miss them. Oh my gosh, I wonder what they're doing. Like you're constantly, you want to reach out, but you don't know how to. This week, you're being given the power, the courage, the compassion to be able to do that and reconnect. And remember, the other person is also being prepared so that you guys can connect and everything will go smoothly. Okay, so it's a beautiful week for you. If you're drawn to card number 3, this week is all about eliminating negative thoughts. Ooh, these cards are incredible. So here's the card for you. If you're drawn to card number 3, this week is all about eliminating negative thoughts. The God name that you're going to be working with this week is Ayin Lamed Mem. Ayin Lamed Mem. Right here. And it says, I am now switching off the destructive thoughts that emanate from my ego. In the space that I've opened, a gentle radiance of spiritual light appears. I am now switching off the destructive thoughts that emanate from my ego. In the space that I've opened, a gentle radiance of spiritual light appears. Ayin Lamed Mem. This week you are eliminating negative thoughts. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So let's see here. So with that, let's go ahead and just dive into the meditation. We're going to use these beautiful God names to really dive in deep here. So depending on which card you chose, that's the one I want you to focus on. Okay, when I say that one, like tune into that, bring it into your heart and really feel that. See like a sun within your heart, like shining brightly as you hear me speak the name of that divine God name, and what I'm in the meditation with it. Okay, so close your eyes, taking a deep breath in and drop into the heart space as you stand in the midst of the threefold flame on your heart altar, dancing around you. And pay attention to what colors your flames are, because they represent something. When you're done with this meditation, you can always research what does, for example, a purple flame means. What does the purple flame mean? What does the purple ray mean? Or what does the pink ray mean? Or if you have silver, what does the silver ray mean? Like, so they all mean something. So pay attention to what your heart, the 3 flames within your heart, what colors they are. So see yourself standing in the midst of these beautiful lights swirling around you. Your higher self, your Holy Spirit self, embodied within you. Feel the strength, the courage, the fearlessness, the fierceness, the beauty radiating, and the love radiating from your heart into the greater heart and into everyone's heart around you. So deep breath in and out. See yourself surrounded by that beautiful silver golden light. Breathe into that and out. And set an intention for the week here. In this sacred, powerful container that you're in, which is in your heart space, what would you like to experience this week? What would you like to call in this week? Especially as we continue to receive those Syrian high frequency light codes that are here to remind us, to help us remember who we really are, what we're here to do, what that diamond, or who we are as our highest potential, right? What would you like to experience this week? What would you like to call in this week? Go ahead and set your intentions. And from here, also bless your journey, bless your path, bless your week, and bless all the people around you. Bless your family, your children, your loved ones. Send them love from your higher heart to their higher hearts. See all of them surrounded by that gold and silver bubble of light filled with that pink light. Mine, I'm also getting like some nice light blue in there. I'm getting gold flowing in there too. I'm just seeing all my loved ones surrounded in this light. Right, from here, go ahead and open to receive. If you chose card number 1, or if card number 1 chose you, concentrate on this. Yad, Yad, Lamed. Yad, Yad, Lamed. Yad, Yad, Lamed. I am no longer a prisoner of my past. All the past regrets, the traumas, pain, and suffering. I believe in miracles and a joy-filled future. I gain the courage to let go. I let go of everything, period. Taking a deep breath in here and out. If card number 2 chose you, concentrate on this. Aleph, Vav, Mem. Aleph, Vav, Mem. Aleph, Vav, Mem. With the power of this name, I extend the hand of friendship to people with whom I am in conflict. Even if the conflict is about money, I awaken compassion and summon the courage to pick up the phone and call the person right now. And that means right now. Accordingly, a bridge to the upper world will be erected on my behalf. If you're drawn to card number 3, concentrate on this. Ayin Lamed Mem. Ayin Lamed Mem. Ayin Lamed Mem. I am now switching off the destructive thoughts that emanate from my ego. In the space that I've opened, a gentle radiance of spiritual life, spiritual light appears. Taking a deep breath in and out. So one thing that I'm going to do is that in the Hebrew tradition, you actually read from the right to the left instead of the left to the right. And so I'm going to be reading these properly, the God names properly. And I just want you to just take them in, just breathe them in into your body, into your physical body. So make sure you are very much in your physical body. Just breathe. Lamed Yad Yad. Mem Vav Aleph. Mem Lamed Ayin. Lamed Yad Yad. Mem Vav Aleph. Mem Lamed Ayin. Lamed Yad Yad. Mem Vav Aleph. Mem Lamed Ayin. Taking a deep breath in and out. We're just gonna spend a little silent time here, allowing these powerful God names to integrate within us, to provide the support that we need this week, to guide us through this week. We're calling in any divine beings who are ready to guide us through this week to also step through and just breathe. If you haven't set your intentions yet, go ahead and do that now. A great way to set an intention, if you don't know what you want to call in, you can ask your higher self what it is that you want to experience this week. You can say, higher self, what am I ready to receive this week? What am I ready to experience this week? What can I call into my life that can uplift me and everyone around me? I love putting my intentions in a question because it opens up the universe to bring to me what is for my highest good. It takes me out of the ego, like I want to have this. And it puts me in a place of really receiving that which my soul really wants to receive. Make sure you're fully grounded into Mother Earth. Breathe. Make sure you're still in your body as each breath enters your body and refreshes it, rejuvenates it, lifts it up. As you connect into your body, see where you're feeling tightness. And go ahead and send that breath, and then imagine like each breath you're breathing is light, and send it to that area of your body. What area of your body, what within you needs that support, needs that healing? Go ahead and breathe in that light frequency that we're receiving, that higher light frequency. You can envision it, you can see it, you can sense it. Breathe it in and send it to that organ, to that area of your body, to the muscle. Just send it there. I'm going to show you guys something. So bring your hands together. I'm going to ask your higher self to place within your hands a beautiful silver ball of light. This is that Syrian, part of that Syrian frequency light codes coming in. So for me, I see like this beautiful silver ball of light, and within it has like golden specks, and I also see like light symbols within it. So go ahead and you can feel that energy between your hands. You need to kind of move your hand around to kind of sense the edges or the edges of the energy ball. I want you to raise the energy ball up, connecting to the higher frequency above, the higher sun, the divine sun above you. What we're going to do with your exhale, go ahead and bring it down. You're going to run it through your entire body. You're going to release it into Mother Earth. So bring it through your body, and as it goes through your body, it kind of just, it relaxes you, it rejuvenates you, it heals you, it balances all your energy centers, aligns you, whatever it is that you need. Bring it all the way down, 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 down. And when you get to the ground, go ahead and drop it into Mother Earth, so that it can anchor and send it down. It's kind of like clearing your body. So go ahead and do this a couple of times. Your higher self will put another ball of light in between your hands. Bring it up, connect it to the source light, and then let's run it through your bodies again. Let's clear, 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 making space for more light to flow through us. Bring it all the way down. As you're doing this, you might feel like this cool tingling sensation. You might feel like a warmth all over your body. You might feel like electricity running through your body. You might feel like just completely relaxed. Whatever it is, whatever you experience, it's just your body's way of letting you know, hey, I'm feeling this. Keep going. Let's do this one more time. Release it. Receive another ball of light. Connect it to the higher sun above, source light. And let's go ahead and run it through one more time. And this time, as it runs through your body, blesses every organ, every cell, every DNA codon, every muscle, every single thing within your body, blesses it. And when it reaches the ground, release it to Mother Earth. Go ahead and bring your hands to your heart space and breathe. We are ready to conquer this week. We're ready to experience an amazing week. We are ready. We are ready. Whatever it is that your soul desires to experience this week, calling it into reality. Actualize it. Realize it and actualize it. Work with your higher self this week. Take care of yourself. Stay hydrated. Nourish yourself. Eat the foods that are high frequency, that will boost you up, that make you feel good. Move your body in a way that feels good to you, and take care of yourself. Okay, you're doing a great job. You're doing so amazing. Because of what you do, humanity can rise up again. So thank you guys so much. So it is, so it is, so it is. Thank you so much for receiving this week's Goddess Energy Forecast. And again, this is your girl, Abigail Mensah-Bonsu. Thank you for receiving this. And until next time, real quick, if this resonated with you, let me know. Send me a message, comment on this video. I'd love to hear from you. If you haven't joined my free group yet, Moon Goddess Sacred Sanctum, it is on Facebook. Go ahead and request to join in, because you can share your experience there. You can ask any questions. You can reach me through there. But thank you so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and do that as well, so that you can get notifications every time I post something. So thank you for being here. Thank you for doing the work. And until next time, goodbye.